परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वदी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि. Nithyanandam, a very warm welcome to each and every one of you gathered today from all over the world for yet another session of Nithyananda Satsang with our beloved Bhagwan, His Divine Holiness, Nithyananda Paramashivam, our humble obeisance at the sacred lotus feet of our beloved Guru, the living incarnation of Paramashiva, His Divine Holiness, Nithyananda Paramashivam. As we sit in congregation today from all over the world, waiting for today's powerful cognitions and powerful initiations, the Paramashiva Jnana and Paramashiva Vijnana from our beloved Bhagavan, we are going to explore a wonderful subject in Spree Satsang segment, which is power manifestation science. Before that, we all know that the Paramashivoham level 2 program that is going on, the marathon 16-day, 16-hour a day program from 5th of April, it commenced, and there are two huge groups of people attending it, one from the two groups from two different time zones, and it has been going on with today being day 8. And today's topic for the Paramashivoham level 2 participants is Venkateshwara. Lord Venkateshwara, the eternal, conscious and material resource for humanity. The manifestation of that energy of Venkateshwara is going to happen to the participants today by the grace of Bhagavan. And yesterday was day 7, and the Paramashivoham level 2 participants are just overwhelmed and blissed out in the energy of Parashakti herself. Yes, we had the energy of Parashakti manifesting yesterday. Amazing sharings have been logged into the Facebook and other social media platforms. नित्यानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वदी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि. Our humble obeisance at the sacred lotus feet of our beloved Bhagavan, the living incarnation of Paramashiva, His Divine Holiness, Nithyananda Paramashivam. Nithyanandam, and a warm welcome to all of you gathered here today for today's session of Nithyananda Satsang and all its powerful cognitions and powerful initiations directly from our beloved Bhagavan. As we sit in congregation today to receive today's initiations and powerful cognitions, we are going to explore a wonderful topic in this pre-satsang segment, which is the power manifestation science, which is the core of the entire Vedic tradition, and it is the core of the avataric mission, the mission of our beloved Bhagavan, which is building the only Hindu nation, Sri Kailasa, and reviving and re-establishing with it all the great truths and sciences of Sanatana Hindu Dharma, the core of which is power manifestation. Yes, when Kailasa existed eons ago, every single person lived as a power manifester on the path of enlightenment or already attained enlightenment. And that civilization is back now, revived by Bhagavan. And power manifestation is once again back on the planet, where extraordinary achievements are becoming possible, where every human being is realizing his or her ultimate possibility through the manifestation of spiritual powers. And once again, we are starting to live like our rishis, our ancestors, our great forefathers, the sages, saints, munis of Kailasa that existed eons ago. This power manifestation science is the outcome of living in oneness with Paramashiva, with cosmos itself. And living in oneness with Paramashiva and being a power manifester is the fulfillment of the very purpose of our life, especially that of human birth. When we have taken the human birth, the fulfillment of it is living in oneness, radiating spiritual powers, which is why the untiring work and effort of Bhagavan is happening on the planet from the time he landed. From the time he landed, Bhagavan has radiated all the powers of Paramashiva, as we have been seeing every single day in this P-Sansag segment. So today, while we're on this very topic of power manifestation, without further delay, I invite Manitya Sadashiva Priyananda, our own sannyasi, and part of the autobiography of the Avatar team, to tell us some of the earliest documented happenings of power manifestation in Bhagavan's life. And then we will lead on to sharing with you how, through his life, powers have manifested and how he has started initiating people into power manifestation way back as early as the year 2000. And till date, as we see it, we have thousands of initiated disciples around the world who have started manifesting powers. Nithyanandamma.
Nithyanandamma, thank you so much for having me and letting me have this opportunity for being able to share the nuances, the intricacies of Swamiji's life, of His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam, the avatar of Paramashiva himself. In his life, of course, his very manifestation on planet Earth is something which is Puranic in its essence. It is a power manifestation itself, where the divine superconsciousness has manifested in the physical form, in the form of relativity, where you and I can relate with God, with Paramashiva, with the ultimate super consciousness in a way that we can understand, in a way that we can apply into our own lives. He has manifested, and through his life, we take example for how we should live, for how we should conduct ourselves. For his life is ultimately the ultimate shastra, the ultimate dictation, live and harness the enlightened energy, the ultimate super consciousness, and live and express that in our lives. Power manifestation, of course, from the very birth, is a continuous, ongoing happening. Just the fact that Paramashiva himself has happened on planet Earth again to grace us all is in itself the biggest miracle and grace of Paramashiva. And what his entire life is teaching us is to never take life for granted, to never have any moment where we are distancing ourselves away from life. Swamiji has spoken so beautifully to address humanity's problems such as depression, anger, violence, which many of us are facing now at this dire and perilous time after the coronavirus outbreak. How to face depression, how to face fears, how to overcome all of these human problems which so many of us are facing in our daily lives, minute by minute, and how to overcome them and manifest super consciousness, how to evolve to the next level of living itself. And of course, Swamiji has said he is involving a new species itself. This all started from the very happening of the avatar in the year 1978. Since that time, even as a small baby, the young baby avatar, his happening had attracted miracles from that moment. His Divine Holiness Swamiji describes how there are so many moments where his gurus, the chosen blessed beings who are able to play the Leela, play the role as guru in his life, in the young avatar's life as a young boy. His Divine Holiness remembers one guru whom we have spoken about many, many times, and of course he himself has told, Yogiraj Yogananda Puri. This guru was a Nada Sampradaya yogi who himself was completely adept, trained as a yogi, who manifested powers left and right. And he describes how his gurus would give him initiation after initiation into the power manifestation and into manifesting these powers. And he describes one story where Yogiraj Yogananda Puri was just demonstrating for the first time in the avatar's life at a very, very young age, around 3 years old, just demonstrating these powers for the young avatar to be able to harness and awaken that DNA which is stored in the avatar's body already, which the avatar himself came down prepared for. He demonstrated for the first time the power of teleportation. He had teleported a small conch. This conch is now still with us in the sovereign archives and national archives of Sri Kailasa. In the very items that are from his childhood, we covet this conch as the very first item which Swamiji himself saw as a teleportation and saw as the first demonstration of power manifestation in his life. I request the NTV team to just project that picture of the conch. this conch in around the year of 1981, this incident happened, and it is no longer a material of earth, because what Swamiji has said is after teleportation happens, the protons and the atoms disintegrate, go through the oneness space, go through the Kailasa dimension, and then reintegrate in the place which you willed it to manifest. So this conch and all the materialized and teleported um, these items which are there still with us in archives, which so many items are there. These items are not at all a material from Earth. If we do the testing, and we have many times done these testings, the scientific testing of what kind of material these are, just to experiment and see what it is, we are always faced, and we always see that these items are not at all from Earth, and the material is not placed as an element from Earth. Swamiji describes himself on how, like this, how Yogiraj Yogananda Puri had started giving this initiation with this very first teleportation. His other gurus, Mataji Kuppamal or Mataji Vibhudananda Puri, and all of his gurus, of course, the very manifestation of Arunagiri Yogeshwara Paramashiva himself, who manifested for Swamiji as a guru for a 9-month period when he was 10 years old. He himself had manifested so many gifts, so many items which we still have today in the Sovereign Archives. Swamiji describes, and I would like to show a brief video of how Swamiji himself is describing how his gurus had initiated and given so many initiations into power manifestation, which is what Swamiji is giving us today with so many darshans, with so many processes, with so much of completion. Each of these are an initiation which he is giving to all of us into the power manifestation science, into living a higher quality of life, living a higher and raising our own consciousness inside of us, and for the entirety of humanity itself. Swamiji explains how the power manifestation science deals and how it eradicates some of humanity's problems, and how that first happened in his own life with his gurus, and how his gurus had initiated him into power manifestation science, and now how he is doing that for the whole humanity through reviving the power manifestation science for all of us today.
Understand, every power applied again and again will remove insecurity and fear from your life, and much more contact between you and life. Understand? The contact between you and life is almost only the needle level. One needle level, life is somewhere touching you. When that is also going down, you become depressed. அப்புறம் பார்க்குறோம் போ. No, really. The contact between you and life, the contact area will expand more and more when more and more powers start expressing in you. Now, actually, the practical application is one side. By more and more of practical application, the area of contact between you and life will start increasing. Means your cognition about you will start increasing. I tell you, when I was given all these powers by my gurus, I got it too quickly and too easily, to tell you honestly. At least with my kids, I am busy with the Sangha organization, so only once in a while when I find time, I go there and initiate them, train them. But for me, both gurus have no other work other than me. So whole day I am there for them, they are there for me. And two, shift. Actually here for thousands I am the only guru. There for one person, two guru. Then imagine. Constantly, they went on initiating me. When so much power was given, initially, I started applying it in my life here, there. Sometimes playfully, sometimes making some mess. But within few times of applying these powers, suddenly all the insecurity, fear about life, everything is just melted down. The contact between me and life has become more. Understand? When the contact between you and life is only needle size, you are called depressed. That is why depressed. When it becomes like a dip level, it's called depressed. When that contact between you and life starts expanding, you will feel more and more homely with the life. Insecurity will start melting down. More and more connecting with the life, respectful to life. Actually, many masters just lived in the huts, in the banks of Ganga, or in some cave and all that, because of the power, the level of the secure feeling they had, the kind of a strength they had, the kind of a contact they had with the life. When the contact between you and the life becomes complete, your skin surface level, you become enlightened. When it is like this, it's called depression level. When it is this much, it's called depression level. When it expands, when every power starts manifesting in you, when every power starts manifesting in you, the contact between you and life, the relationship between you and life, the love you have for life. When I say life here, I mean Sadashiva. I mean your Guru. Because Guru is the door through which you see Sadashiva. Your connection with life, your connection with Sadashiva, your trust with life drastically increases.
As we heard from Bhagwan himself, how this applied science worked in his life. He is simply, of course, we know from the autobiography of the Avatar that the life of the Avatar, whatever he is telling about his own experiences with his gurus, is what ultimately is his greatest teaching. The more and more he applied power manifestation, he applied all these initiations and these processes into his life and how he interacted with others, then all the fears and insecurities, depression, all of that loses its control of you, becomes completely irrelevant. And that is what he is giving to all of us, gifting to all of us by reviving this power manifestation science. Throughout Paramashivoham, every single day, there's a unique power and process, darshan, which the participants are able to process, are able to go through and complete all the insecurities and fears which they have inside of themselves. And then they are then able to manifest a power. Swamiji beautifully explains to all of us that whatever is completed, it manifests as power. And I've also like to just briefly explain that Swamiji has done experiments on this materialization and on several different powers, third eye, and the power of healing, which he has healed millions of people all over the world. His Divine Holiness has had experiments, scientific experiments conducted on him, and many experiments conducted on balasans and power manifestors from all over the world with all different ages and different categories in order to show that this is actually a science. This is actually a very, very foolproof method of enlightenment that Swamiji is reviving. The way that power manifestation is demonstrated, the way that is tested in Apollo hospitals, um, in several different institutions, including laboratories in the USA. In Oklahoma in 2004, Swamiji had conducted the very first experiment on the power of healing with the Integris Medical Center, and with a few doctors there, he was able to for the first time prove that the power manifestation is a real science. And not only that, he has initiated from the very beginning others into this science, not only proving that he himself is capable of these innate superhuman capabilities inside of us, but also this science is able to be passed on, is able to be given to others, learned and evolved in another person, in human beings. And not only that, His Divine Holiness has continuously initiated others into the power manifestation science. One of the earliest records of Swamiji initiating another devotee, another person into the power manifestation science is what we can now go into with Ma Bhaktika Swami, one of His Divine Holiness's childhood friends who has had the opportunity of being able to continuously interact with His Divine Holiness, the Avatar, and be able to see in close quarters and in very, very special, awe-inspiring intimacy the way that the Avatar has manifested power since a very young age. And he was one of the first devotees, the lucky recipients of the power manifestation, the initiation that Swamiji gave.
Yes, it is Deepak Vignesh, who is the grandson of Mata Vibhutanandapuri. Mata Vibhutanandapuri is one of the gurus of Bhagavan in the science and the great sciences of Vedanta, Tantra, and Sri Vidya. And her grandson, Deepak Vignesh, was a playmate of young Bhagavan in Tiruvannamalai, his hometown, who later started following Bhagavan and his trails wherever Bhagavan went, and stayed temporarily until he finally established the first temple on the banks of the sacred Kaveri River in Tirchangur. And then, of course, in Adi Kailash in Bangalore, he established a spiritual headquarters. And in between, before he went to Tirchangur, there was a 9-month period which he spent in a place called Naduparani, Acharapakkam. It is a place where the first great pause happened, where just Yes, you're seeing it right now in front of you. It is in this very place. This is a place called Acharapakam in Nadupalani, the outskirts of Chennai in Tamil Nadu, where the first great pause happened. And in the first floor of this building, which is actually the office complex of a Muruga temple, which is a very famous world renowned temple in Nadupalani, Bhagwan stayed in a room in the first floor for those 9 months, where the first great pause was happening. You're having darshan of the very room where Bhagwan stayed during that 9 month period. And it is here that Deepak Vignesh sought out Bhagwan as he followed the trails of Bhagwan from place to place, never missing a chance to be with him. Although Deepak was involved in his own life, studying and doing various other things, he would always take a few days off to be with Bhagwan, track him, and go spend some time with him. And he's a devotee and disciple of Bhagwan today, from a playmate to being a disciple. And we're now going to watch a very delightful sharing from Deepak Vignesh. Remember, he's a grandson of Mata Vibhutanandapuri. So when he's referring to Pati Amma in this video, he's referring to his own grandmother, Mata Vibhutanandapuri, also called Mataji Kuppamad, who's Bhagwan's guru. So in this, he's sharing how when he went to visit Swamiji when he was in Acharapakam during the first great pause. Remember, there were very, very few people who had the fortune to see Swamiji and interact with him during the first great pause, and Deepak Vignesh is one of them. And when he went there and spent those few days with Swamiji, it was one of those meetings with Swamiji at that time where Swamiji asked him that there's something seems to be occupying his mind and he senses a lot of unrest. And when Deepak opened up and spoke to him, what he got back was a gift of a power from Bhagwan himself. And that power Deepak manifests till date in his life. He applies it in his office where he works today. And in fact, when he gave us this interview a few years ago, he said, just a few days back, even there's an incident where I applied this power spontaneously and I could track a certain corruption that was happening in a project in my company. So when people ask what is the use of powers, will it help me in my practical day-to-day life? The answer is a big yes, because whatever our great rishis did, the power manifestation was a lifestyle across the world. Kailasa existed years ago, which is what Swamiji has revived today. So understand, power manifestation has to become a lifestyle, and through that, you will achieve extraordinarily much more than what you can conceive without manifesting powers. So let us watch and hear Deepak and understand how necessity power manifestation is as a lifestyle.
முருகன் கோவில் இருக்கும் வட அச்சரப்பாக்கம் முருகன் சுவாமி கோவில் அங்கே இருந்தார்.
ஆமாம். ஓ, அங்கேயும் போயிருக்கீங்களா?
ஆமாம். அப்போ நான் அங்கே போகும்போது நான் அப்போ வந்து ரொம்ப பிரம்மாண்டமாக அந்த ஒரு மனநிலை எனக்கும் வரல. சொன்னால் இப்போ ரிலேட்டடாக அந்த அண்ணா சேகர் அண்ணா அப்படிங்கிற அந்த இதில் தான் இருந்தாங்க. ஸோ என்ன சுவாமி அப்படி உங்களுக்கு மட்டும் எப்படி இதெல்லாம் எங்கள் ஆயா சொல்லி கொடுத்தாங்க அப்படின்னு என்ன அப்படித்தான்ப்பா அப்படின்னாரு. ஸோ நம்ம அந்த ஸ்டேஜில் நமக்கு தெரியல, அதை நான் கேட்ட கேள்விக்கு அது அப்படிதான் அப்படின்றது. அதுக்கப்புறம் தான் எனக்கு ஒரு சின்ன இது நடந்து எனக்கு இன்னைக்கு இருக்காது. என்னன்னா அப்போ வந்து சரி இது பேசணும், கொஞ்ச நேரம் பேசிட்டே இருந்தோம்.
இது அச்சரப்பாக்கத்தில்.
ஆமாம், அச்சரப்பாக்கத்தில் பேசிட்டே இருந்தோம். ஏன் என்ன அப்படின்னு உன் மண்டைக்குள்ள ஏதாவது பயங்கரமாக ஓட்டிகிட்டே இருக்கு என்ன அப்படின்னு பேசிட்டு சரி என்னால் ஒரு கான்சன்ட்ரேட் பண்ண முடியாமல் அந்த பர்சனல் விஷயம் அந்த மாதிரி நிறைய இது அப்போ டீனேஜ் தானே அந்த டைமில் ஒரு மாதிரி இருக்கும்போது அப்போ அவர் சொன்னார். ஸோ ஓகே அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு அவரை அப்போ ஹீல் பண்ணார். அது ஹீல் போது நமக்கு இப்போ தான் அது தெரியும். ஸோ கொஞ்ச நேரம் உட்காந்துட்டு 2 பேரும் அப்படியே ஐசெட் பார்த்துட்டே இருந்தார். கொஞ்ச நேரம் தலையில் கை வச்சுட்டு இருந்தார். ரொம்ப நேரமே வச்சுருந்தார்.
கண்ணை மூடிட்டா இல்லை கண் திறந்துட்டா?
என் கை மேலே கண்ணை பார்த்துட்டு என் தலையில் கை வச்சுட்டு
Deepak is sharing.
நேரம் பார்த்துட்டு அது மாதிரி இருந்தார். ஸோ இதுக்கு மேலே வந்து உனக்கு ஆப்போசிட்டில் என்ன நினைக்கிறாங்களோ அவங்க மனசுக்குள்ள வரும். ஏன்னா அதில் நம்ப சொன்னோம் நம்பலை நான். சரி சொன்னார் பண்ணிக்கலாம். அதை நான் எப்போ ரிலேட் பண்ணேன்னா நான் ஆக்சுவலி மைசூர் போயிட்டேன். நான் ஆக்சுவலி
Deepak is sharing how Swamiji sensed that there was a lot of unrest inside his head and asked him what it was, and Swamiji said that, I'm sorry, Deepak said that yes, there are some personal issues preoccupying my mind. Swamiji said he healed him. He put his hand on his head and he then looked into his eyes strongly. All right, from now onwards, you would be able to tell what the other person is thinking. That will manifest as a power in you. And at that time, Deepak did not quite believe him. Deepak was studying in Mysore at that time, and he says, I used to casually tell boys and professors what getting. It started becoming a habit with me. And in some time, they used to call me and ask, now tell me what I just thought of. So it developed to the extent that people started
எனக்கு பணம் தெரியும் எங்க இருக்காங்க சாமி
looking
ரொம்ப தெரியுது.
towards me for this. And then he says, I went to E-Road for the first time to be with Swamiji after that. And
கண்டிப்பா.
I discussed this with him at that time. And he said, even when you called me to, give this interview today, he said, I was just thinking of my grandmother, my Patiyamma, and incidentally Swamiji also, and suddenly your call came. So it is all, he says, this is grace, it is not magic, it is the connection.
மேஜிக்னு சொல்ல முடியாது. ஆனால் அதுதான் இந்த
And this is the connection.
மனசால நம்ம நினைக்கிற விஷயம்.
Swamiji was there in my thoughts today, and your call came, and therefore I immediately came here, and I'm giving this interview.
மிஸ் பண்ணுறாரா என்னன்னு எனக்கு தெரியாது.
கண்டிப்பா கண்டிப்பா. வருது.
He says, I told Swamiji about my intuition and how I'm able to see other people's minds. Swamiji gave a big laugh and said, continue. I was wondering what he is telling to continue. Then I left it just thinking about it.
ஒரு பெரிய சிரிப்பு அதுக்கப்புறம் அது உள்ள இன்வால்வ் ஆன பெருசாக ஆனால் அது ஆக்சுவலி வந்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா எனக்கு அன்னைக்கு அவர்.
And from that time, I got the blessing from Swamiji in Achirapakam. Till I went to E-Road, I was able to very casually tell what was on people's minds. After the E-Road visit, only if I wanted to deliberately look in and tell, I would be able to look in and tell from other people's minds.
இன்ட்யூஷன்.
அது நான் சும்மா யதார்த்தமாக சொல்லிடுவேன். நான் அந்த மாதிரி எனக்கு இருந்தது. அது எனக்கு ஆஃப்டர் தட் இந்த மாதிரி நம்ம போயிட்டு வந்ததுக்கு அப்புறமேட்டு எனக்கு அந்த அளவுக்கு எனக்கு இல்லை. அதுக்கப்புறம் எனக்கு என்ன ஆச்சுன்னா
This is where Swamiji went and settled after the 9-month wait pause in Achirapakam.
எனக்கு அவங்களோட மனநிலை
வரும்.
And Deepak Vignesh used to visit Swamiji in E-Road also.
இவங்க இப்படி சொல்லுவாங்க அப்படின்றது, அடுத்தவங்க வந்து நம்ம இப்படி பேசுவாங்க அப்படிங்கிறது எனக்கு வரும். தற்செயலாக இன்னைக்கு மார்னிங்கே கூட வந்து என் ஃப்ரெண்ட் ஒருத்தங்கிட்ட
Morning
அது நடந்தது.
happened. There was a 40 lakh project. He had to sign, and the customer was almost going to
ஒரு
quit.
ப்ராஜெக்ட் ஒரு
Suddenly, the manager
எல்லாம் போட்டு சைன் பண்ணி ஆல்மோஸ்ட் அந்த கஸ்டமர் வந்து போஸ்ட் பண்ணுற மாதிரி ஒரு ஸ்டேஜில் வந்துடுச்சு. ஆனால் வரல. திடீர்னு அந்த என்ன பண்ணாங்க, அந்த மேனேஜர் வந்து ஒரே ஒரு 4 lakhs மட்டும் ஃபஸ்ட்டு ரிலீஸ் பண்ணிட்டாரு. எனக்கு என்ன திடீர்னு இந்த மாதிரி ரிலீஸ் பண்ணாரு அப்படின்னு தெரியலையே.
I was wondering what was
உள்ளவே
happening.
வந்து
There is one friend who was an insider. I felt it was him and asked him, did you tell him anything?
சொன்னேன் மேனேஜர்
He said, no, I did not tell him.
திடீர்னு இந்த
We
மாதிரி
initially moved the project.
இல்லை நான் எதுவும் நான் அதெல்லாம் சொல்லலை. நான் ஃபஸ்ட்டு இனிஷியலாக இமீடியட்டாக வந்து பண்ணுறதுக்காக அவங்க அந்த மாதிரி பண்ணாங்க. அதே சொல்கிறா நீ தான் சொல்லியிருக்க அப்படின்னா நான் வந்து பேடாலாம் நான் சொல்லலை.
I pressed him further and he said, I did
இந்த
not
மாதிரி
do
வந்து
anything bad. I
இமீடியட்டாக
used
40 லேக்ஸ்
40 lakh
ப்ராஜெக்ட்டு
project and that has been going
அப்படின்னு
in the
1 பை
first step.
1 கொடுக்கலாம்
Because of his
அப்படின்னு நான்
jealousy,
இம்ப்ளிமெண்ட் பண்ணேன்
he said
அப்படின்னு.
that I thought
மேபி
immediately
அவனுக்கான
when
இது பொறாமை தான் அப்படின்னு சொல்லலாம். அதுக்காக தான் அவன் வந்து அந்த மாதிரி சொல்லியிருக்கான் அவன் மேரேஜ்கிட்ட. அதான் நான்
here
வந்து
Deepak is explaining
கேட்டோன்னே
how
எனக்கு
he
வேற
actually
எங்கேயுமே
saw
எண்ணம் போகவே இல்லை
through
எனக்கு.
the farm and
இமீடியட்டாக
this
எனக்கு
particular
போனது வந்து
person
அவன்கிட்ட தான் நான்
had
இப்போ ஃபோன்
spoiled
பண்ணிட்டு
the
இருக்கேன்.
entire
ஏன்
relationship due to jealousy.
ஓகே ஆயிடுச்சு
Yes, so I
பிஓ
phoned and
போக
asked him
போகிறாங்க
because
அப்படின்ற ஒரு
everything was
ஸ்டேஜில்
over.
வந்து
But he
5
sort of was
லேக்ஸ்
telling
4
that
லேக்ஸ்
why
மாதிரி
40 lakhs before. I asked him literally as if I was
அதுக்கப்புறம்
seeing him face to
ஃபேஸ் டு
face.
ஃபேஸ் நம்ம
He
பின்னாடி
asked,
பார்த்த மாதிரி
did you talk to
கேட்டால்
that
என்ன
manager?
சொல்லுவாங்க?
Did he tell you anything? I said, no, he did
எப்படி
not tell me
என்ன
anything.
சொன்னார் அவரு மேனேஜர்
I just
சொன்னார்
asked my
அவர்லாம் சொல்கிறத தோணுச்சு நான் கேட்டேன்.
So understand in this video, Deepak is just sharing how being one of the first recorded initiates of Bhagwan into the power manifestation, till date he uses it in his life. It is a part of his lifestyle, and how he finds it so useful and is eternally grateful to Swamiji for having been one of the early initiates, even unknowingly. Deepak was not even aware that he is one of the recorded first initiates into power manifestation by Bhagwan. So, as we are on this topic of power manifestation, let us listen to further sharings from the other sannyasis.
I also wanted to add, Ma, just as I was saying before, the scientific experiment, Swamiji has shown the world through so many different scientific experiments that it is a tangible, foolproof method that he is bringing to the world. In 2011, His Divine Holiness conducted an experiment on with one of his initiated disciples on the materialization science. Basically, this disciple had gone into a CT scan, and in the CT scan itself, His Divine Holiness started to conduct a short process where he was, through her, materializing. And materialization usually happens in several different forms. It can happen on your hands with different particles. One of the most impressive ways is when the materialization of large objects is happening, and for this initiated disciple, it started to happen in her mouth. And the most shocking thing for all the doctors there was that this materialized object was shown in the back of her throat. It was shown slowly starting to form, and then it was then shown as a foreign object in the back of her throat. And this shocked all the doctors there, everybody there, because of how tangible it was. It was just, for one moment there was not an object there, then slowly the object was slowly materializing, literally forming out of thin air in the back of her throat. We have some of the pictures that were the scans, literally the scans from that CT scan that was taken that day in 2011. These scientific experiments show us that these powers that Swamiji is bringing to the world is not just, some intangible thing, not just a kind of a way to show the world that he is doing something or anything like that. He is literally bringing back a science, something that our ancient rishis in the Hindu scriptures have spoken about, have written about in such innate details. However, after so much of persecution, violence, and terrorism against Hinduism, those sciences have been lost. Now, for the first time, the only hope for humanity, for bringing back this power manifestation science as a way to heal the world and as a way to bring about the next change and the next evolution in humanity, is the only hope is the avatar, His Divine Holiness Nithyananda Paramashivam.
That's very true. In fact, Swamiji is not just reviving and bringing back the power manifestation as a lifestyle, like Masadashri Priya was mentioning. He's also scientifically validating each and every power just to convince our binary logic, just to convince us and inspire us to step in, to join. And all we need to do is get that initiation. There is no practice from our side. Swamiji says, man needs to be given. He cannot make it himself. So Swamiji has come here to give it as a gift to humanity. There are indeed many instances in the past where many masters have initiated their disciples, but never before in this scale. Swamiji has been initiating thousands of people into power manifestation, which is manifested as a reality, as an experience for people. And today, thousands are sitting just online, receiving Swamiji's initiation through his Divya Sharira, through his Nayana Diksha, and are immediately manifesting these powers. In fact, the Paramashivoham program is on day 10 today, and already thousands of participants are manifesting these powers, are having extraordinary spiritual experiences and breakthroughs. Swamiji will continue in everything that Swamiji is doing, whether it is the yoga that he has given to us, whether it is the satsangs, whether it is the programs, through everything at various levels, he is only initiating us into the science of power manifestation, only so that we realize our higher possibilities, only so that we are able to experience that Paramashivatva within all of us. So even if you are there just watching us today, stay tuned, listen to the satsang. You can sign up for the Diksha into Power Manifestation program. You can sign up for the Paramashivoham program that is coming up next. Through everything that you join us, in anything that you involve with us, we will directly be led into the science and the experience of power manifestation. So we invite you all. Let us now prepare ourselves to receive the satsang, the powerful cognitions, the sacred secrets, the cosmic truth. Please be seated with your head, neck and spine in a straight line. Close your eyes. Come into a deep space of listening and restful awareness. Bring awareness to your breath as you continuously chant the sacred Mahavakya, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Let us prepare ourselves to receive and cognize and understand the cosmic truth that Swamiji will be delivering to us in just a few minutes during the satsang.
The first question is from Ashley Wilson from the United States. Swamiji, Paramashiva, Nithyananda, thank you so much for your blessings. I'm eternally grateful. When you decide to show someone your true form, is there anything in the person's inner space that can prevent them from seeing what you want to show? Thank you, Swamiji. Please bless me. You've always been honest with you, and with the Daga, always be at your lowest feet.
Out of my compassion, I have given you the free will. Any being given the free will has freedom to choose to be in delusion or move towards liberation. Even I do not interfere in your freedom to be in delusion. So in a way, your delusion, your decision to be in delusion, the freedom you have to be in delusion is the only thing which can stop me showing what I want to show you. Your freedom to be in delusion only can stop you from seeing my true form, my existence as I am. So understand, I do not interfere in your freedom to be in delusion. But the moment you decide to be out of delusion, I don't give up on you, or I will not give up on you. I do not forsake you. Next.
The next question number 2, from Sanjay Verma from the United States. Nithyananda, Divine Paramashiva, is there any significance of geographical location on planet Earth in terms of experience and availability of vertical time zones? After all, Earth is spherical in physical reality, and so what is down in Bharat would be up in Americas from the higher spatial view. Deep gratitude, love and pranams at your divine lotus feet. Your child, Sanjay Verma.
Sanjay, vertical time zone is not vertical. Vertical time zone is not vertical. Understand that. The word vertical and horizontal is used because binary language has only the two words. Actually, existentially, if you want to go into the vertical time zones, you have to go inside. From inside, the openings open up. Vertical time zone is not vertical. It is more like layers and layers and layers. So, whether you start traveling from America or start traveling from India, it doesn't matter. The physical location does not matter. Vertical time zone is not vertical as you think. Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
next question. Question number 3 from Beijing, India. Nithyananda Swami. The Paramashiva is the soundness. When there is no sound created by us, and Dakshinamurti is the no visualization state of us. And so, how Mahadevi can be interpreted, and on what we have to concentrate to achieve the oneness?
Again, all the ideas you presume here are wrong and false. So your whole question and the ideas, concepts on which you are building the whole question is wrong. Paramashiva is sound and silence. Dakshinamurti is visualization and absence and no visualization. And all your visualization disappearing in the great light. Visual silence does not mean absence of visuals. All visuals dissolved into the greatest visual, supernal effulgence of me. So all your binary logic ideas have no base. And every word you uttered here is delusion. Next.
The next question number 4 from Constance Chapin from Guadeloupe. Nithyananda Swami, what is my mission at Kailasa?
None of you have any work or mission in Kailasa. I have decided Kailasa is going to run directly by gods and goddesses. All human beings can come only for darshan and program to Kailasa. No human beings are allowed to stay in Sri Kailasa. The gods and goddesses are going to run the Kailasa directly, including administration. Annapurani is here physically to run the Annalaya of Kailasa. If she decides she is interested in manifesting through you, and if you decide to do Tyaga and surrender your being at her feet, and she decides to manifest to you, then as long as she decides to manifest through you, you decide to allow her to manifest through you, you will have visa in Kailasa. You can be volunteering in Annalaya department. Either one of you decide not to allow the other to manifest. If you decide you don't want to allow Annapurani to manifest to you, the Annapurani decides she doesn't want to manifest. Any human being who is ready to do Tyaga is being Sarvabari Tyaga and ready to manifest. The gods and goddesses of Kailasa are welcome to apply. Once you apply, those gods and goddesses will directly interview you, and then they decide whether you will have mission in Kailasa or not. All permanent residency in Kailasa is only for gods and goddesses. The bodies chosen by the gods and goddesses for them to manifest. All human beings are welcome to come and have darshan, initiation, attend programs, receive boons and go back. Human beings will get only visa. Only gods and the bodies through which gods have decided to manifest are going to get permanent residency or mission. So be very clear, Venkateshwara and Mahalakshmi is directly going to run the treasury and finance ministry. Kalbhayava is directly going to run the security. Each department those gods and goddesses from Kailasa are directly going to run and administer. The whole ministry will be directly run by Parashakti. Annalaya directly by Annapurani. Each department will be run directly by my own manifestations, gods and goddesses of Kailasa. Anybody who is ready to do sarvaparityāga, including their being, for those gods to manifest in you, you are welcome to apply. Then they decide whether you receive visa or permanent residency or citizenship. Next.
Question number 5 from Lee Emojin, USA. Belit Swamiji, I can intellectually cognize that everything is composed of light and sound, but I can't help wondering what the divine sense of smell is actually: light, sound, or mixture of both. Please enlighten me, Swami. Thank you.
Listen. Your intellectual cognition, everything is composed of light and sound, is based on your binary logic. In multi-dimensional logic, in the cosmic reality, the sound and light is not limited to the perception of eyes and ears. You think light can be perceived by only the eyes, sound can be perceived only by the ears. That is why you are asking about the divine smell. The divine light can be perceived by all your 6 senses, 5 senses and 6 perception, experience. In divine sense, touch can be seen, heard, smelled, tasted, perceived. Seen can be heard, tasted, touched, perceived, and smelled and seen. So, in reality, cosmic sense, sound, light, all these are not restricted to each or one sense. When you experience cosmic sound, you can see the cosmic sound. That is why when I manifest the power of Akashic reading, you will always see letters in visual. The sound appears as a scene to be seen. All the 6 are simultaneous, spontaneous, alive and manifesting. That is the cosmic reality. Next.
The next question, question number 6 from Hani, India. Swamiji, why do we need a Hindu nation? Why should I decide to do Tyaga for Hindu nation?
Paramashiva, to manifest and gift everything to planet Earth, needs not just religious freedom, political freedom too. Because the whole earth is suffocated by unconscious politicians, can never grasp the ultimate truth can never cooperate for Paramashiva's mission. That is the reason Paramashiva needs Hindu-nation. And next part, why should I decide to do Tyaga for Hindu nation is up to you. If you want the gifts from Kailasa directly from Paramashiva in your personal life or for the world, do Tyaga, are up to you. Next.
Question number 7 from Megali from Germany. How to help a person who cannot forget about a traumatic event that is triggering stress anytime she sees something that reminds of that event of people who hurt her and live in the same neighborhood.
Sit for Paramashivoham, I heal it. Megali, get the person, I'll heal it. Next.
Question number 8 from Dr. Murali, India. Dear Swami, how to use our Paramashivatva in our day-to-day living without getting distracted by mind voices? See, for example, in the equity markets, etc. Nithyananda Swami.
Really listen. Paramashivatva is not something you will possess, that will possess you. I will possess you, not that you can possess me. This fear about your mind voices is the old fear before I decide to manifest through you. Now I am being your boon. I am kicking out all your mind voices away from you. I am there in you now. From now, only I will be manifesting. All your mind voices is me. No more mind voices. Whatever is happening in you is directly me. Just be relaxed, comfortable, settled with it. I'll take care. Next.
Question number 9 from Maisha Priya, Mauritius. Paramashiva manifests himself in any form to enjoy himself, his leela. In this aspect, what is the ultimate purpose for the creation of this universe?
Ishapriya, understand your purpose is to enjoy my manifold expressions of all dimensions and all aspects and all expressions. You can understand only your purpose. You can never understand my purpose till I manifest completely in you. Now understand your purpose. Allow me to manifest in you. Let me manifest in you. Then I'll show you my purpose. Next.
Question number 10 from Rajeshwari, Australia. Nithyananda Swamiji, what is the speciality of Devi Mukambika in Melbourne, Australia?
I myself birthed myself as the deity Mukambika Parashakti in Australia. That is why I myself brought the Swayambhu also through my devotees to the Australia. The Swayambhu brought the temple is my original manifestation of my cosmic feminine divine energy, Parashakti. Let the Swayambhu be installed in front of me. The whole Kailasa in Australia will happen. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om 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 Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Let the questions start.
Question number 11 from Geeta Arunachalam, India. Pranams Amayapani. How does knowing multiple gods and goddesses help us to make mature decisions?
Multiple gods and goddesses will be continuously supporting you, guiding you in every field. They have large intelligence, energies, powers, wealth under their disposal. So naturally, they make your life more easy, better, happy, blissful, fulfilling, even enlightening. Next.
Question number 12 from Latisha Panjwani from the United States. When we leave the body, where does our soul goes to? Does it goes to Vairaka, or do we have to come back?
Understand, default all souls are taken to Yama Loka, where you are given an option and choice based on your attitude and aptitudes. From Yama Loka, you decide, you make your core, you get levitated or gravitated. So what you make as your core cognition matters for your journey after you leave the body. Your core cognitions are going to be traveling based on your core cognitions. Whether you get levitated to Kailasa or gravitated to human being, space, or any other loka is decided. So it's absolutely dependent on the core cognitions you develop. Next.
Question number 13 from Raji Inda. Swamiji, offering the last bit we have. Is there still some resistance when we know you are Paramashiva? Where does that resistance come from? What is the way to handle it?
The resistance is a last dying delusion, because you entertained delusion for quite a long time. You have given so much power to your delusion for quite a long time. The delusion tries its last attempt, whether it can still possess you, it can still hold you. Delusion knows if you decide to take a dump, you are going to be blessed, showered with trillions and zillions of times what you announced or what you even imagined about your life. Understand, Tyaga makes you a different level being. That is too much for your delusion. So it's a crying farewell the delusion giving for you when you decide for Tyaga. The best way to handle your delusion when it still tries to hold is ferociousness. Raise your hand and slap the delusion, if not your own face. Ferociousness is the only way to deal with delusion. Never through negotiation, bargain, strategy, your delusion is going to let you get convinced that your Tyaga is going to bring higher life to you, higher possibilities to you. Your delusion will never allow you to be convinced. No negotiation with your delusion will work. No strategy with your delusion will work. No convincing your delusion is possible. You just have to be ferocious. Ferocious, ruthless with your delusion. Be cowardly to your delusion. Sometimes being cowardly with your delusion is the only way you will achieve Paramashiva. Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham. Let the question start.
Question number 50 from Manit Salvation Valu. What can Kailasa mean to Earth? When will Earth become a pure place like Kailasa?
Kailasa, nation on planet Earth, is going to bring all the best things from Kailasa. The science of state of Paramashiva, space of Paramashiva, powers of Paramashiva, being of Paramashiva, super consciousness of Paramashiva. In every field, from biology, chemistry, physics, alchemistry, machines, in every field. The Kailasa nation is going to give to the whole world all the best things, superconscious sciences of Maha Kailasa. And within next one generation, planet Earth will be purified and pure space like Kailasa. To start Satya Yuga, I have come. It is time to start Satya Yuga. The corona is going to teach the world. World has got into too much delusion. It has given importance to wrong things. The corona is going to educate the whole world. Corona is not Shastra, weapon I am using on planet Earth. It is Shastra, knowledge, education, powerful cognition. I am using it on planet Earth. That is why I am saying I am not going to kill people using corona. I have decided to save humanity from corona, but corona is going to teach great lessons and help humanity get out of delusion. It is not Shastra. Corona is not Shastra. Corona is Shastra. Next.
Question number 16 from NASA from UAE. Beloved Swamiji, first thanks and gratitude for continuously upgrading us to the next level. Would like to enrich people in my country. Please guide me. How can I be a medium to tell about you as the religious concern here restricted and Muslim people hard to convey your powerful message? Nithyananda.
As far as I understand, all the jnana and vijnana, pure science and applied science I revealed to the world, is preserved in Vedas and Agamas in Hinduism. But I am beyond religions. I am available for all human beings and reach out to people with a tremendous compassion, desire to initiate work sincerely with tyaga. All your reactionary assumptions, just understand that jnana, vijnana revealed is preserved in Vedas and Agamas inside Hinduism. I am rooted in Hinduism, but I am available for the whole universe, all human beings, and all beings ultimately. I am available for all. If you decide to do tyaga of your reactionary assumptions and maintain your will, persistence, and work, you will easily be able to reach out. If you decide to empower your reactionary assumptions, you can go on feeling as victim. If you decide to empower your will, persistence, you can enjoy victory. Empower will, persistence, enjoy victory. Don't empower reactionary assumptions, suffer victim mode. Next.
Question number 17 from Joanna Poland. Swamiji, what happens when I do Salva Parityaga?
I manifest in you completely as Paramashiva and Parashakti. When I manifest, I live the very life I am radiating in Mahakailasa in you. You became a boon, blessing for the planet Earth. You became my vehicle. You became my vahana. You became my body. You embody me, Paramashiva. You became a great blessing for yourself and for the whole universe. Next.
Question number 18 from Arvind, India. How to do tyaga of delusion and binary logic mentality?
Arvind, listen. Ferociousness is the only way to tyaga, delusion, and binary logic mentality. There is no other systematic, convincing way. It is just ferocious. Ferocious. Ferocious decision. That's it. Next.
Question number 19 from Lata Adli, USA. Pranam Bhagavan, I bow down to the Lord's feet. My question is on Pati Patni Vratam. When I'm doing this Vratam, can you explain how will each individual doing this Vratam be able to contribute to people's health around the planet Earth? Thank you.
When you manifest my cognition, you are me. When you manifest my will, you are me. So your Pachapati Vratam is my Pachapati Vratam. Anyone is doing because I said it. You are me. What will happen when I myself do Pachapati Vratam? The same will happen when you do it because of my instruction, inspiration, initiation, intention. Next. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Nithyananda.
Question number 20 from Mandali Shri Mahisha, dear Swamiji. In Akashic reading, Lord Kalabhairava asked me to choose sannyas life. But still, why am I confused to choose sannyas life? What is the purpose? What is my purpose for the Indonesian?
And I say, you should decide why you are confused. Either you listen to Kalabhairava or you listen to your delusion. Even if you listen to your delusion, at one birth you have to come back and fulfill Kalabhairava's words. Only then will be liberated. So the earlier you choose to fulfill Kalabhairava's words, better for you. Or you can just get diverted in delusion. And when the suffering reaches beyond your ability to handle, you will come back to Kalabhairava's words. That's it. And before even you decide to obey, listen to Kalabhairava's words, you're trying to ask what is your purpose for the Indonesian. It's more like a power centric game. You are trying to ask some assurance, power, position from Paramashiva, so you can leave that and come to Kailasa. You will never be able to enter into Kailasa with this attitude. Ferociously renounce your being. Allow Kalabhairava to manifest, Paramashiva to manifest. You will find the right purpose in your life and you will find your place in Kailasa Nisha. Both. Next.
Question number 21 from Shine. Good morning. Thank you so much for everything you showed me. If sannyas is the ultimate lifestyle, why our ideals are in married form like Shiva Parvati, Krishna Radha, Rama Sita? Thank you, Pimani.
The whole question is absolute delusion based. If Paramashiva says sannyas is ultimate life, look at Paramashiva as a sannyasi, Dakshinamurti. There are billions of sannyas ideal. Kapila, Ashankara, incarnations of Paramashiva as sannyasis. Look at all of them. If Paramashiva says married life is your life, then look at the married people, married incarnations as ideal. One, be very clear. Neither Paramashiva and Parvati, Radha and Krishna, Rama and Sita are married like you. You are never going to have their kind of marriage. You think you are going to have that? Try. Your delusion tries to bring all false justifications. Maybe suffering will teach you your delusion and false justification, false ideas attributed to the ideals. All these are delusion-based questions, not real seeking. Learn to have real seeking. Stop using the great incarnations to justify your lust. Your inability to do tyaga of lust should be directly dealt as your failure. Understand it is just your failure. Stop with that. At least in some janma, you will raise and decide to do tyaga. Do not use Radha and Krishna, Rama and Sita, Shiva and Parvati to hide your dirty failure. Learn to see the life as it is. Do not use any of them to justify your failure and your decision not to do tyaga. Your decision to live in delusion should not be justified, decorated with the great beings like Radha and Krishna, Rama and Sita, and Shiva and Parvati. If you get a person like Sita who will come with you to the forest, even though when you are married you are a king, but suddenly you lost your kingdom, you are going to the forest, she is also ready to come with you, to live with you in the forest for 14 years. And even after being kidnapped by the great king Ravana, she decides to wait for you, not to go behind him. If you get a woman like Sita, please marry. Next.
Kumar Devaraj, India. Sometimes I deeply able to connect with you, sometimes not able to. Why such ups and downs? How to make it that feeling connection permanent in a being?
You need absolute tyaga. I know what is happening in you. Tyaga is the only solution. Next.
Question number 23 from Maya Whitmayer, Slovenia. Nithyanandam, Swamiji, I got confused with first answer. How come this is compassion, free will, if and when we humans so suffer because of it? Thank you, Swamiji.
Given free will because you want to explore the universe. If you are suffering because of it, surrender it back. Till you realize you are suffering because of it, you will be delivered by it. So, when you surrender the free will and renounce your delusion, I start manifesting in you as will persistence to enlightenment. So, still you have not completely realized your free will is making you choose your delusion, keeps you in delusion. When you realize that, you will surrender and be liberated. Pick up your Atma Linga, keep it on your Anahat Chakra, heart center. Paramashiva, myself, will manifest as Paramashiva and Parashakti in all of us. I bless you all. Let you all open bless you all. Love you all.
Nithyananda, everyone. My name is Saras and I'm from the UK. I wanted to share about an online spiritual program that I'm attending at the moment. It is called Paramashivoham Level 2. And this program is being conducted by my Guru, His Divine Holiness Bhagwan Shri Nithyananda Paramashivam. He is known as Swamiji and he is an avatar of the Divine Paramashiva. So this program, I'm going to try and share in a nutshell about this program. It has various components, including yoga, puja, which is worship internally and externally of the divine cosmic energy, materializing sacred herbs and spices, things like turmeric and sandalwood powder. There is body scanning and mind-reading, and these powers, they will express through the space of oneness with the divine. So they're beautiful powers. And expressing these powers is to have fun, but also the most important reason for expressing these powers is so that we can open ourselves up to who we truly are, which is divinity itself, and we can, as a result, manifest the reality we want, whether it's health, wealth, relationships, whatever we want. It's just manifest. Darshan's are initiations, and it's the way that old Vedic civilization would transmit energy, knowledge, and powers. So he will come and he will invoke various gods and goddesses such as Devi, Krishna, Ganesha, Paramashiva himself, and he will sit there and radiate their energy intensely. So all we do as participants is sit and relax in that space and soak up the energy. Today we had the most divya, divine darshan of Parashakti herself, and it was spectacular, absolutely incredible. So much cosmic mother love and protection and completion with mother itself just happened during that 1 hour of intense energy transition. And it is actually Swamiji's compassion that he's given this program to all of us around the world online while we are all pretty much in isolation, in lockdown, during this serious time, this serious pandemic that I think the majority of us have never experienced. And a lot of us will be in fear, depression, loneliness, worries about their money, worries about their job, worries about loved ones, dear ones. And the best thing that we can do during these times is look into ourselves and see what we can do as individuals so that we can make this space, this world, this planet a better place. Rather than things going back to normal, we should be looking into say, hey, hold on a minute. What we consider as normal, was it really right? Or is there something beyond, something bigger, something that we need to take responsibility for and wake up to and start living the divinity that we really are? So please, everybody, I urge you while you're at home, please join this amazing, incredible program. Today is the last day for registration, and I am going to share the link on my page. If you have any questions, please do ask me. It's a fantastic program for everybody to attend. Please attend, and thank you, Bhagwan. Thank you, Swamiji. Nithyananda.
It is time now. All the beings should receive Paramashiva. No meditation, no methodologies, direct super alchemy processes. It will be million times more powerful than Paramashivoham or any program conducted till now. You are going to experience literally Paramashiva intensely from wherever you are. This will be the most Paramashivoham level 2. This is the most powerful spiritual nuclear explosion. The strong force of Kailasa landing on planet Earth, intense phase of Paramashiva will be transmitted to everyone. Whole program will be conducted absolutely based on the multi-dimensional logic. I introduce the logic and lifestyle day of existence of Kailasa. One thing I can be sure, you will not exist in the other program. I can guarantee that. Only Paramashiva will be there. We will all manifest Paramashiva. 10,000 of us can sit together and manifest the being of Paramashiva. Not only we will heal the coronavirus in the whole world, we will give a super conscious breakthrough to the world. I bless you all. Let you all open all your three eyes and manifest the powers of Mahara Shiva. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
day we get the greatest gift from Sri Kailasa through the satsangs from Swamiji, from Paramashiva himself. It was so beautiful as Paramashiva was answering multiple questions from the participants from Paramashivoham level 2. In one question he says, it is your freedom to be in delusion. If you choose to be deluded, then of course Paramashiva doesn't bother. But if we want to experience Paramashiva, if we want to experience that oneness, or we want to achieve fulfillment in any way, we're just longing for that experience of enlightenment or fulfillment or oneness with Paramashiva, then he will not give up on us. In different ways, he will keep reminding us about our ultimate purpose of life, to achieve the oneness, to achieve the being of Paramashiva. Such a great compassion. And again, he also said that Corona is not Shastra. It is not used as a weapon against people, but it's Shastra. It is knowledge that the world has to, time that the world has to come out of the delusion and start looking into spirituality, spiritual solutions for life, instead of running behind fear and greed. At this time, when people are affected with fear, when everything seems so doomed, so negative, Swamiji Paramashiva is working day and night to ensure that we are in a powerful space. Not only a powerful space, not only protected physically, but also to realize our ultimate purpose of life and experience the being of Paramashiva. That is why this time, when everything, the whole world has come to a pass, Sri Kailasa is functioning 3 times faster. That's true. Paramashivoham from tomorrow is going to happen at 3 different batches to accommodate all the beings that are waiting to experience Paramashiva. And not only that, the next batch is already announced. If you have missed the first batch and the second batch, do not miss the third batch. The third batch of Paramashivoham level 2 starts on April 21st, and every 16 days, at least the next 3 batches are lined up already. So you can attend either in the India time zone or US time zone. And if you miss this batch, the next batch is available. April 21st, you can join, register now at paramashivoham.org/level 2. It is a gift that Paramashiva is giving us, reminding us again and again the ultimate purpose of life, to realize that we are nothing less, nothing short, and there is no need for us to suffer with the so-called ups and downs of life. So register yourself for Paramashivoham level 2 at paramashivoham.org/level 2. Thank you, Nithyananda.
all open all your eyes and manifest the powers of Mahasasham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda.
Let's start the meditation session. Let's sit straight, visualize Bhagwan in the eye, and start with Sadguru Vandanam. Nithyanandam Brahmasparam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Vandvātītam Bhagansarsham Tattamasyavilakshim Ekam Nityam Vimarnatalam Sarvari Sakshidodam Bhavatītam Trinarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Nityananda, welcome to Sri Kalasha Korea Manifesting Session. Everybody, such a beautiful darshan, Diksha, Narunachala and Bhagavan together we saw. What a blessing. And Diksha and Gayatri Diksha, Mantra Diksha, Shiva Diksha, and such a powerful initiation into the one space of Paramashiva. Again and again, Bhagavan gives us that higher reality for us to experience. But we do not recognize that beautiful space because of the confusion and because of all the struggle that we are going through, living in the outer world continuously. He said how water cleans up the inner space in different levels. All the Panchabhuta gets cleaned by the water element. Again and again, how in our body, the body is made of 70% liquid, where it gets cleaned again and again with the water. Everything around us also starts flourishing with water, clean with water. Even the baby, the womb, is in the liquid water. Such a beautiful space that he says Panchapatni Vidam really invokes the higher consciousness, the inner space becoming more and more Paramashanta. The more we are in the space of Paramashanta, Bhagavan himself will start manifesting, and we can recognize that. Now we don't recognize it because of the delusion that constantly we are living in the outer world. The more and more the restful awareness starts happening inside us due to the Kriya Pada doing the puja in the way the puja has described, the Yoga Pada in the Brahma Muhurta, the way yoga has described with all the Shastra Prana, and the Charya Pada, listening to Bhagavan's words, which initiates us into the higher consciousness itself. And Jnana Pada, us experiencing the powerful cognition as our reality. Understanding these great things and making it real in our life is the way Bhagavan leads us to the living enlightenment space. The Paramashana Swarupa, Paramashiva himself residing in us. Again and again, we don't understand this only because our conflicts, which constantly goes on in our inner space. When we are in Paramashana Swarupa, we start listening to Bhagavan. How? When Shankaracharya, Adi Shankara,
when he called his disciple Padmapada without having a second thought, he just ran across the river. In the river, lotus never get bloom, but the river makes the lotus flower for the disciple to put his feet on it and walk. And he just walked on the water because his guru called. He was in such a listening space to his guru and such oneness with the guru. All that he needed is just one word from guru, and simply he lives the enlightened space. Same way the Tatmamasi becomes a reality when we are in the receiving space. It is Guru's initiation that we start experiencing the enlightenment. But first, preparing ourselves to receive Guru's words is what Swamiji is again and again detoxing our body and to the subtler and subtler space for us to understand the higher cognition, higher reality, how Bhagavan is living and what he is doing in civilization. From the outer world, nothing looks correct, real, or chaotic, but from the inner space, Bhagavan is doing the highest possibility for humanity to start living as an enlightened civilization. To raise all of us, he is detoxing all of us by this Panchapati Vritam, and doing that, we become more and more subtle in receiving what Bhagavan is saying. With that space of receiving, let's go to the Shastra Pramana debate.
This Shastra Prana is taken from the Vijnana Vairtanda, Sutta 113, Bharana 87. Sambradayamimam devi Shunu samyak vadamyaham Kaivalyam jayate sadyo Netrayo stabdhamatayo Sambradayamimam devi Shunu samyak vadamyaham Kaivalyam jayate sadyo Netayo stabdamatrayo.
Vijnana Vairtanda, Sutra 113, Bharana 87. The translation goes, O Devi, listen to this sacred tradition. I shall reveal it to you vividly, completely. Just keep your eyes completely wide open. Do not see or perceive anything. By simply keeping it fixed, the steady gaze on the reality within. Here, beautifully, he says, Kaivalya, the aloneness, how the restful awareness inside us keeps us in a oneness space. And to keep that happening, the coherence that needs to happen in our brain, to understand, to keep our thoughts and confusion and emotion all in the outer world as untouched, and raising ourselves into the space of oneness with Paramashiva inside us, the Paramashanta Swarupa, the darshan that he gave, and all the diksha that he is giving, opening the heart center and visualizing Bhagavan again and again in your heart, and understanding the outer world, the delusion is unreal, and untouching from that, the perception. Do not see or perceive anything. The outer world is only the Maya. Bhagavan says, the more and more start contemplating on the higher truth, the inside us, the Hridaya, go on visualizing Bhagavan inside your heart, having all the darshans and diksha today, holding Bhagavan inside your heart, and having a steady gaze on reality within. By the state of aloneness, Kaivalya, the oneness that expresses as extraordinary powers, and experience will occur immediately when you hold Bhagavan in your heart and simply unclutter your mind, and something beyond what you understand from the mind starts happening in you as a power manifestation. Again and again, Bhagavan gives us different possibility to understand the existential reality. In each of these sutras, it clearly defines that how the higher possibility is there for us. Now we'll go to the instruction. Today we're going to do the remote viewing of the sound, listening to the sound far off. You can find a partner, you can write down some words, and without mic, make sure you speak those words, and the partner will reveal and listen and write down those words. Now let's sit down and with your head, neck, and spine in a straight line. Continuously hold Bhagavan in your third eye. Contemplate on the truth of Tyaga, the Leela Dhyan Bhagavan has given. How the restful awareness will start happening. With so much of chaos, so much of thoughts happening again and again, the only restful awareness happens when we start doing the puja intensely with the instruction that is given. Why we do the puja, why we do the yoga, is to get that restful awareness, to catch the glimpse of restful awareness. That's why we start the day with the yoga and then go to the puja to settle down our inner space and then receive Bhagavan's words inside us. And then the Jnanapada, start living those words and experiencing that reality as manifesting power yourself. So contemplate on the great truth, how Bhagavan said, the rain literally cleanses everything in our body, inside our body, outside our body. Whatever it is happening, it is continuously cleaning. How this Panchapratni rhythm is cleaning us, detoxing us completely for 28 days to receive Bhagavan, to live a higher reality. Again and again, contemplate on these truths. Hold Shakti Pada with Bhagavan, the beautiful darshans that we got, and continuously chant the Mahavakya, the mantra diksha that just we received now. Again and again, chanting the mantra, the Mahavakya, the Jatadi starts connecting the Shanta to the higher reality. Again and again, we have the continuous connection with the higher reality and contemplation and Shaktipada. Simply the power manifestation happens as Shaktipada. The beautiful space of oneness starts expressing through us. Bhagavan starts manifesting through us, and we start receiving the ultimate oneness and ultimate manifestation through us. So let's sit straight, visualize Bhagavan again and again in your third eye. Contemplate on the great truth that He is giving us and chant the Mahavakya, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Please go ahead and verify what each one has written and share it in Sri Kailasha OTM Manifesting Power Group. A tiny URL is created for that. tinyurl.com/power manifestation. Bhagavan always says when you enrich, you pull out of the illusion, and when you cause a person, you are in the space of oneness with Paramashiva. They simply become you. The more and more we start aligning ourselves to the higher cosmic reality, the more and more people will simply around us also start aligning with the higher reality. The more they listen is from the space that we listen to our inner space first. Such a beautiful space of oneness that Bhagavan has created from the Diksha sessions, and experiencing that and the power manifestation itself. Please go ahead and share your powerful cognition, your powerful manifestation in the tiny URL link, and call every day for more and more people to come to the satsang and receive the greatest blessing from their location itself. Such a great gift that Bhagavan is giving with Disha and Darshan, and we can program this. Bhagavan is also giving us the Nithyananda Gurukul for all the kids to enroll themselves and start experience a higher reality. This is once a week program happening all over the world in hundreds of locations. They will contact you, living and the kids experiencing these great truths and start manifesting all these powers. And their grades go up, their behavior becomes so much better. Even the special kids can enroll, even the kids in the womb as early as pregnancy can start enrolling in the tinyurl.com/light-kids. If you would like to participate with this kids, batch of kids, please go ahead and enroll yourself as Acharya registration new, and you can experience the greater reality by simply being with the kids who are living in the higher cognition, higher reality, by manifesting Bhagavan's powers simply through them. Bhagavan has given the oneness with Avatar and the ultimate gift to planet Earth, to experiencing Bhagavan as Avigiri Yogeshwara himself as Bhagavan, and for us to understand how Bhagavan lived in Tiruvannamalai and how we can experience Tiruvannamalai as Bhagavan himself. Such a oneness with Avatar program is the greatest gift for all of us. Go ahead and enroll. If you've done Path Puja, you can enroll one more person and get a discount. And if you've done Inner Awakening, simply by showing your devotion, by causing one more person for the program, you can come completely free for this program. Bhagavan is giving all this for us to experience a higher reality. So enroll yourself at nithyanandahinduuniversity.org/daily satsang. Again and again, Bhagavan gives all these gifts for us to raise ourselves beyond the perceptionary world that we are in. Only the delusion continuously. And the weekend program that Bhagavan is giving us, enroll as many people as possible to have a glimpse of the higher reality. This happens on Saturday and Sunday, every Saturday and Sunday. So go ahead and register your friends, your families, and all your kids into nithyanandahinduuniversity.org/satsang. Such a beautiful space of oneness. With that, let's surrender all these great powers and powerful cognition to Swamiji, so to speak. Again and again, surrendering to Bhagavan's lotus feet makes us understand the high reality. So let's, with deep seeking and deep devotion, gratitude, let's ask Bhagavan to make this Leela Band into our reality. So with that space of visualizing Bhagavan in your third eye, let's end with the Purna Mantra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamataya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat Sarvam Bhagavate Shri Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyanandam. Nithyanandam. Don't forget the Tamil satsang and Power manifestation. See you next Power manifestation session. Nithyanandam.